Hi guys, welcome to my channel Effortless Ruth. So today I'm going to answer both Rachel and Katy's question. So Rachel's been sending me questions through my Facebook, and my Facebook link is below this video, and Katy's been asking on my YouTube. So both have similar questions, but a little bit different in the sense that, so both had guys ask them out, and Rachel told the guy that she's dating that she's open all day and I think on the weekend, on Saturday, and you told him that you're going to be at this coffee shop, and he asked you where the coffee shop was. So you said that he read the message but no reply. So Katy's problem was, you met this guy on a networking event, and Katy's a pharmacist, and you met the guy and he's like, oh, we should get together, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna be free all week next week. So both didn't have a follow-up, and both asked me why. And I wasn't really sure about Katy, but I remember thinking to Rachel, like, you actually sent me a screenshot of the conversation, and I was thinking, okay, you shouldn't say all day, because the thing is that I thought, you know, all day is really why. You know, the coffee shop's open like 10 to midnight. You can't be there 10 to midnight, right? So, and also in this book, it also Why Men Love Bitches, and I remember thinking that before I read this book, I was thinking I always, when I'm first dating a guy, I always want him to see the best peak part of me, like the best version of me. So I always pick a day that I don't have work, I'm fully rested, and never in the morning, because I'm not a morning person. So I usually say like 4 to 7 or 4, no, actually I say 4 to 6. And then, so I never say all day. So when Rachel said all day, I was like, no, don't say all day. Pick like 2 hours that you like. But I couldn't explain why. So in this book, this actually says why. And I thought this is such a really good explanation of this book. It says, don't let him see you when you're running on empty. So basically, only let him see you when you're on your best peak peak hours, best hours. And also, like, Katy, I know you work a lot because you're a pharmacist and you drive all day, so I was thinking you can't be available all week. But I'm guessing you're saying this because you really like this person and you really want him to ask you out. But when you're telling him you're available all week, you're also telling him that you're not doing anything else, that you have no hobbies, and you know. So in this book it says, condition 1, he must book in advance. And why? Because your time and attention are valuable. So it says treat yourself as a valuable commodity, and he will naturally put stock in you. So the reason why they didn't reply is probably because they feel like you don't have anything to do. So when it says, for example, he calls and says, when can I see you? Don't say I'm wide open around the clock, pick a time, anytime. So of course you guys didn't say it that way, but it's very close. And then he says Friday, okay. And then he says it's Tuesday, and you say okay. He says 3 weeks from next Sunday, and you're like, okay. So that's what Katy is kind of saying. You're saying, oops, sorry, you're available all week. I mean, Rachel is a little bit better. You're saying only all day because you just happen to be in this coffee shop. So here it says, instead politely tell him you have 2 nights that are good for you. So I actually just say 1 night. Because I'm like, I don't know if I'm open 2 nights. And let him choose one. And this author, Sherry Argov, says he's probably going to pick 2. So I usually just tell them, if I only have 1 day available, I'm just telling them 1. If I have 2 days available, I don't usually have 2 days available though. That's the thing. So tell him what time and day and hour, like 2 hour. This says just pick 2 nights. You should also tell him, I think you should also tell him the time frame, because this is not in the book, but my cousin did this, is that she said usually when she meets a guy first time, that's for Katy. Rachel, you already met him a couple times, so you kind of know him. But Katy, Like if you're just trying to get to know this person, don't set yourself up where you're like stuck with this person if it doesn't go well. Meaning pick an hour, like maybe afternoon tea, like 2 to 3, and then just have a really quick coffee meet, or like you know, like maybe pick a restaurant and that has a bar or lounge and just have a coffee drink with him. If you like him, then move on to dinner or maybe a stroll around the plaza or mall or something. Don't set yourself up where like you're having a dinner with this person and then you're like halfway through it, you're like, shit, I want to leave and I can't, right? So my cousin did this and she met her husband online. So she actually met guys for dinner. Depending on how the conversation goes, she doesn't meet them for dinner in the first time. She always meets them for a coffee drink or wine tasting drink, and then usually for like half an hour. And then if it doesn't go well, she just leaves. If it goes well, then it progresses to a dinner. One of my girlfriend only meets for coffee drinks, and then if it goes well, she still doesn't extend it on the day. She actually says they can ask them out the next weekend, and they usually do, and they're like begging for it. So it really depends on how you want to proceed it, but just remember, don't say I'm open all day all week because you're not. You're a busy girl, or maybe you are. No matter how leisurely you are, if you're a student, you are not, you're going to school, you're going to work, you're doing something, you're not open all day all week. So don't use that phrase. Just say, if you just happen to have a big range, say, I'm open this 4 hours. It could be 6 to 10 or 1 to 5. Yeah, don't say all day. Okay. So I hope this episode was helpful for you guys. Now, if this episode I'm starting to get more questions about relationship, but I'm not an expert. So I definitely refer to these books and also experiences from my friends. So if this episode was helpful, please give me a thumbs up to let me know that I should continue this topic. And also, if you haven't, follow my channel called Effortless Ruth, and I have a Facebook. You can also send me questions through my Facebook. My Facebook link is below this video, and the link to buy this book is also below this video. Okay, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.